Okay, we're back. Anderson wants to talk to us. I want to check on my war asset thing here. Something got added. Oh, that's the thing we picked up. Do we even really need to go talk to Barlavon? Since we already got the asset. And that's from planet scanning. What's over here? What did we get here? What's going on here? More planet scanning. Let's see what Anderson had to say. Is he going to tell us he was born in London?
Shepard, so I imagine by now you've wiped the galaxy clean of Reapers and we can all come up for air?
Not quite. There've been a few complications.
Aren't there always? Hackett filled me in on the Crucible. Sounds like you've got some knots to untangle.
I'm just glad I could take care of one of them for you. I gather you and Kaylee Sanders were close?
I owe you for that one, Shepard. Kaylee and I met almost 20 years ago. We even had a run-in with Saren in his early days. She and I were... more than close.
She misses you.
I miss her. End of the world has a way of reminding you what you forgot to do. Maybe when the war's over, Kaylee and I will do something about that.
You'll see her soon.
I can hope. But you've got a bigger problem right now. Like a galaxy full of scared bureaucrats.
I don't know how you deal with all the politics. It's a pain in the ass.
I hear you. But the more they complain, the more you know you're accomplishing something.
What about you? What's happening on Earth?
I'll spare you the details. But let's just say a lot of cities around the world have stopped checking in.
That bad?
You and I knew what we were in for, but everyone else? I don't think the shock's worn off yet.
Are you safe?
That changes by the hour. I caught a shuttle evac out of Vancouver, and now we're running from foxhole to foxhole just trying to stay alive.
What about the Reapers?
They're harvesting everything that moves. They're focusing on the big cities, which does give us some room to maneuver.
You think you can hang on?
Hell, we're still just trying to talk to each other. Right now, all we can do is organize the resistance at a local level. No lack of volunteers, at least. Everybody knows what's at stake.
I don't know how we'll win this yet, but we will. Even if it kills me.
Well, you've already died once, and that didn't slow you down. But let's not tempt fate. Keep yourself safe, Shepard.
You too, sir.
We'll talk again soon. Anderson out.
I'm grateful for all you've done, Commander. The situation with the Krogan is already complicated enough.
Not as complicated as waking up one day and being told you're the new Primarch.
Yes, thank you. I'm beginning to understand why leaders so often seem lonely. Worst-case scenarios aren't just theories. They're what you'll be dealing with 5 minutes from now.
That's why it helps to have allies.
Yes, you're right, of course. Is there something I can help you with?
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
What was that all about with the Primarch? Turian's up to something?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh. All right.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
That's Solarian Wicks. He got his tissue sample from me, all right. Let's just say scalpels were never meant to cut where he cut.
You see the feeds from Paladin? It's brutal. I'm amazed the Turians are holding.
The birds don't quit when things get ugly. I'll give them that.
Don't worry, Edie. Once the Krogan are gone, we'll get rid of the smell.
While this body has all factory sensors, I do not have positive or negative associations with any specific scent.
Oh. Well, lucky you. So that went well. Glad to see that Turians can flip out and lose their shit just like the rest of us.
They're under a lot of pressure.
You stole the Normandy, got blown up by the Collectors, and sent us on a suicide mission at the Galactic Core. And I haven't mutinied once. Not once.
Yeah, I remember that temper tantrum you threw right after the collectors boarded the ship. I'm not forgetting that. Even though you didn't throw it in this playthrough because I didn't want to hear it. But I know exactly how asinine you got after that mission.
I am impressed by your continued existence, Shepard. The probability of surviving as long as you have is low.
That's the advantage of reload. Shepard's key to success, being able to reload.
Commander, Cerberus is attacking civilians on Benning. We've been asked to help evacuate the planet. Are you alright, Commander? It sounded like things were bad down there.
The Turians took some heavy losses, but we got them out okay.
Well, whatever you did down there stirred up a lot of Turian comm traffic.
What are they saying?
Sorry, it's encrypted. Cracking it would take at least a week, and it would be wrong.
Sam, are you sure you're actually in the military? It would not be wrong. I'm gonna make a quick trip because now that Benning's opened up, there's a little research thing I might as well, before I go down to Deck 3 and check on dialogue.
I found something.
Get this piece of upgrade intel here. All right, now we'll go back there. Alright, now we can go downstairs. Let's see, let's go down to deck 3. Well, let's just do it the way we always do. 3, 4, and 5. Yep, that's what I thought.
Enough about me. What were you doing before we met up here?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Come on, spill it to Sony.
Very well. I fought several explosive battles with Cerberus. I helped Shepard stop a robotic assassin on Mars. Oh, and I discovered plans for a Prothean doomsday device that were buried for 50,000 years.
Yeah, so just this and that, huh? Turians on a secret mission to Tuchanka, huh? No one told me anything about it. I'm curious to see how this bomb on Tuchanka plays out. I don't suppose ignoring it is an option.
Nope.
Not right now.
Hello, Shepard.
Aren't you supposed to talk about Archangel?
So, Archangel.
You heard about that, huh?
Your sojourn on Omega generated quite a few articles, not to mention security footage. There's one thing I couldn't dig up, though. Did you really take out 3 Blue Suns mercenaries with 1 bullet?
No, of course not. The third guy had a heart attack. Not fair to count him.
Ralos?
That's not a Krogan name.
Solus?
No.
Tredwina?
That sounds like a flower.
A colorful one.
When I finally do have a child, it isn't going to be named after a plant.
How do Krogan usually name their infants?
Not very well. The males get drunk on Savak juice and have belching contests. Whatever happens to sound like a word becomes a name.
You're saying Rex was a belch?
And I wouldn't remind him if I were you.
I don't think these guys got anything more to say, but let's check.
So you and Dr. Chakwas were close?
We'd been through a lot together. When Karen joined Shepard's Cerberus team, she called me, tried to convince me to join.
But you didn't.
We'd crossed paths with Cerberus. My feelings towards them were far from amiable. And Shepard, back from the dead, I didn't buy it. Hindsight being 20/20 and all, it was a bad call. You gotta stick with your friends.
But it's all worked out. She moves on to the Crucible, and it's your turn to help Shepard.
Yeah, I just miss working with her. No offense, Doc.
None taken.
Hello, Commander.
Commander?
So they did have an additional line of dialogue. I didn't know about that. My God, come on. Peace.
Why are you so interested in my people, Asari?
Protheans were always an enigma, a mystery to solve. I wanted to know what happened to your civilization. Why did such an enlightened race disappear?
Enlightened?
Well, it seemed that way.
And now that I am here,
I wonder what it's like waking up 50,000 years later to a new galaxy.
I believe this cycle cares too much about what other species think. Krogan, Turian, Solarian, all were primitives in my time. What good does their help do now?
We can't win this war on our own.
Then demand their help. Do not indulge their selfish requests. What will saving one Krogan matter?
If only it were that simple.
If they get in your way, destroy them.
Excuse me?
I apologize. The previous occupant of this room left traces of himself. I have absorbed some of them.
Yes, Grunt. He was a strong one. Maybe it's best if I let you recover.
That would be best. You should not have let the Turian soldier evade his responsibility.
I take it Protheans didn't forgive many mistakes?
If he had been under my command, I would have marooned him in the desert, buried him in sand up to his neck, and let the wildlife feast on his eyes. If he survived that, I would have rewarded him by shooting him in the head. Good soldiers are a precious resource. The stupidity of one cannot be allowed to jeopardize the lives of the others. The Turians are hiding something, Commander. Be careful. Tuchanka was not always a wasteland. It once had jungles and forests. The Krogan didn't need the Reapers to destroy their world. They did it on their own. Such a foolish race. I am with my own thoughts.
Not sure what to think about that little mech dog roaming the ship.
You mean Sophie? I think she's cute.
What purpose does she serve?
I guess I have a soft spot for worthless dogs. Look how long I've been with you.
Dire news from Earth. Off the radar, reaping begins in rural areas. Millions are dead in the Central Asian wilderness, even more in sub-Saharan Africa. We'll give you the gruesome view of what happens when the Reapers don't stop to indoctrinate. Now, in the battle space. You know, in the old days, they didn't have automatic cameras. Reporters had to cake on the makeup.
Oh crap, I was on deck 3 and I never did that upgrade. Oh well.
Ma'am.
Parts of Tachanka reminded me of the desert back home. The lizards and worms are bigger, but, you know, the sand and everything. Primarch's sun is in over his head, no? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Alright, let's do that upgrade thing.
Dr. Tassoni found useful information in the
We'll go that way.
data you recovered, Commander.
Alright, well, I think the next thing we're going to do is that bomb mission. Take care of that bomb. Make sure it don't go off and kill a whole bunch of Krogan. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to take care of the bomb. Till then, take it easy.